the two plans. We'll talk about tonight the two plans that there are for accumulating wealth in America for the most, in North America for the most part. Two plans accumulating wealth. Now you may know of one of these, and one of these is the 40-year plan, and we love the 40-year plan. It's what a lot of people choose to do. A lot of our best friends, some of our parents even, and others are all about that 40-year plan. And that 40-year plan basically means that you start working at about 25 years old, you work till you're 65 years old, and once you're 65, and the average death age in America is in the 70s, you'll after 65, you'll be able to enjoy what we call the golden years. Okay, these will be the years where you have enough money. Now, here's the point. The 40-year plan literally never works. How do we know this? Because at the age of 65, only one person is wealthy. Okay, 30 some of them are dead, and the other 60 or however many that are left are broke. So we know the 40-year plan doesn't work, but people still get suckered into it. Now, does anybody want to debate me or claim anybody? Now, look, feel free. Y'all can be in the chat. The moderators and the panelists can all see the chat. If you don't agree with that, by all means, let us know. 77 is the average age of death. Thank you. So you got about a decade to get it popping. Okay, you got about a decade to get it popping. If you're a panelist, make sure that you're commenting to everyone. All right. So I'm gonna ask, does anybody here want to debate that the 40-year plan to wealth accumulation in America doesn't work? You start working at 25, you work till you're 65, hopefully at the same career. Okay. Okay. And then you retire at 65. And how many people can even try to debate insurance company statistics? And what do insurance company statistics say? That at the age of 65, one person is wealthy, 30 some odd are dead, and all the remainder, I think it's 60 people, 60 some people, however many it is, they're broke, period. Okay, that's the 40-year plan. And people look at network marketing like it's a scam, when in actuality, that's the real scam. The real scam is the 40-year plan. Now, for some people, they have the financial discipline to save a lot of money. Now, if you can save about $100,000 to $150,000, if you can save that and you can invest it at the age of 65, you will not be broke. At the age of 65, if you start investing at 25 or 30, 35, maybe 40, but at the age of 65 or 70, you should have a relatively significant amount of income, because roughly your money should double about every 8 years. Okay, I just want to be clear on that. I do a lot of investing. I can tell you right now, it takes, if you include the market ups and downs, okay, which happens, recessions happen, but don't worry about it. Leave the money in there, it'll grow. And the point is, your money should double about every 8 years. All right, depending on the type of investments and that, it should double about every 8 years. So if you put 100,000 in the bank, and I don't know anybody at 25 that has 100,000 in cash that they don't have to spend for bills, that you can just put on the side and forget about it until you're 65. But every 8 years, that money will double. So by the time, so assuming you had, I don't think 25, but let's say 28. 28, because that's still, I didn't have 100,000. Did anybody here have $100,000 to spare at 30 years old? Did anybody have that? 40 maybe? 40? Anybody, right? Like, a lot of people didn't have that. So if you had it, you probably wouldn't be on this call. Let me just be quite frank. But even if you did have 100,000, it would take you 8 years. It'll go to 200,000. 16 years to be at 400,000, 24 years, it would be at 800,000. Okay. And after 32 years, let's call it 30 years, your money would equal a little over $1 million. You got the taxes, and then you could live off $1 million. All right. So that's cool. All right. But who got 32 years, ladies and gentlemen? Who has 32 years to wait to make money? That's still dang near the 40-year plan. Only difference is, if I'm putting all my money to accumulate this 100,000, my quality of life is really, really not awesome. All right. So the 40-year plan is terrible, no matter how you cut it. But guess what? I'm not knocking it, because it's something that we have to do while we're working on our fortune. I hate to tell you, it's a necessary evil for most people. All of us have had to be a part, all of us have had to be a soldier in the 40-year plan army, because family or kids or parents, you needed bills or life insurance, or you just had to make ends meet. We've all been there. But I want to submit to you, okay, that there is a different plan. And there is a 4-year plan. Now, this 4-year plan, I'm going to tell you, is not easy. So write that down. The 4-year plan is not easy. But the 4-year plan is, listen, it's not even guaranteed. How crazy is that? But guess what? Neither is the 40-year plan. The 40-year plan, you're guaranteed to fail. 99 out of 100 people fail the 40-year plan. Write that down. 99 out of 100 fail the 4-year plan. They end up broke or dead. And if they die, it might have been a stress-induced coronary. It might because they was in traffic, got ran. They might have had something to do with work. It might have been a cop and got shot. You may die doing the 40-year plan. But I can tell you what, the 4-year plan, if you're a cop or you're in the military in a 40-year plan, you may die. That's you sign up for that. And the 4-year plan, I've never known any network marketer to get shot at for asking people to join a business. I've never heard that. Never heard it before in my life. Okay. So even though the 4-year plan is not easy, neither is the 40-year plan. I'm just telling you the truth. Even though the 4-year plan is not guaranteed, neither is the 40-year plan. But the thing about the 4-year plan is it can be done part-time. You can get started in the 4-year plan for as little as $0 or $250. But at some point, I'm just telling you the truth. It'll cost anywhere from $0 to $250. But on a monthly basis, okay, the 4-year plan will cost you about $100. You got to understand that. It's the truth. Okay. And the 4-year plan is way faster. It's 10 times faster, and you'll make significantly more income. I started the 4-year plan in my 30s. And also in my 30s, I was retired and I haven't worked since. And I've had a life, and some days I got to pinch myself. I'm gonna just be frank. I don't care what people say. I don't care about things that are said about me or my company or anything. That's irrelevant to me. I know that anyone who talks like that simply doesn't have a happy life, because when you have a happy life, it's hard to talk down on other people and opportunities because you're too busy having a happy life. And it's exciting. The countries I've been to, the people I've met, the experiences I've had, the front row seats, the luxury cars, the everything. It's not to impress you, but to impress upon you the value of the 4-year plan. See, I was halfway through with the 40-year plan, and I was broke, living check to check, and I hated it. And it hated me. Okay. When I started the 4-year plan, it wasn't guaranteed, it wasn't easy, but I had apprenticeship. I had people who would take me under their wing and work with me and help me succeed. So that's another thing the 4-year plan, the 4-year career has is apprenticeship. Okay. Now you don't have that in the 40-year plan, because in the 40-year plan, they want you to be good, but not better than them, because then you take their job. Okay. The 40-year plan does not have apprenticeship. It's kind of more get it how you live is what that is. Okay. And let me just tell you what the 4-year plan can look like for you. It's not a guarantee, but do the math yourself and understand everybody's probably spending about $100. Your first year in a 40-year plan, you're going to be doing a lot of learning. Okay. And a big part of learning is becoming mentally tough. I hate to tell you. Hearing the word no that often will do something to you. But over the course of that first year, if you can sponsor one person a month, and that's not difficult. How many people on this call have sponsored one person before? Let me just see. How many people have ever sponsored one person? Just put in the chat for me. If you sponsored one person, I just want to see if it can even be done. Or maybe it's just the Will Zanders show. Maybe I'm just so good. I'm the only person who's ever sponsored a single human being in the world. Let me see how many people sponsored one person in the chat. Yeah, a lot of people. Okay, yeah, dozens and dozens of people. Yeah, y'all can go look in the chat. If you're on a recording, you can't see this. But if you go to the chat, we've got dozens and dozens of people who put me, yeah. So let's say you sponsored one person. Okay. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that over the course of that year, I sponsor one person a month. Now, the number one way to sponsor one person a month is to take action. But then the other way to sponsor a person a month is going to be to work on your skills, because the right words and phrases can help you sponsor people. For example, if I were to walk up to someone who I knew pretty well and say, hey, man, join my company, join my team. And he says something to the effect of, okay, well, what it's all about? Oh, man, it's this thing. Well, we're going to make a bunch of money. We got over 100 products. Alexandria Brighton, Paula Scarcella there. This dude named Will Zanders is there. Marcus, man, people making money. Join my team, bro. Join my team. Blah, 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 blah. Join my team, dog. Sign up with me, man. Let me look, get in now, get in quick. That's not going to go really well. Okay, that is untrained words and phrases. But if I were to see somebody who I knew pretty well, and I was to say, Jeff, do me a favor, man. Give me a call when you got a minute. I had a quick question. And Jeff goes, he'll call me back because I know Jeff pretty well. And Jeff says, yeah, Will, what's up? I said, man, listen, I'm working on a project with Jessica Tossi and Seymour Greenwood Blake and Shauna Jackson and some other people that you may know. Okay, working on a project with some really special people. And I think it's gonna make a lot of money, man. Would it be okay if I sent you a video about this project I'm working on? Well, why not, man? I'm always looking to make so much money in this shoot. How long is the video? 6 minutes. 6 minutes. And just send a video, let me know what you think. If you like it, cool. If not, don't sweat it. You know what, man? Send me the video. Now, which do you think would have a better opportunity for success to get him to watch a video, which is all we want to do, to get him to evaluate some information? Scenario one, join my team, dog. Or do me a favor, let me know when you got a minute. I had a quick question. Right. And would it be okay if I sent you a video? Those words are so non-threatening, but I had to learn those. I'll give you one more. Write this one down. This one made over this sentence I'm about to give you made me over $1 million in MLM commissions in the last 12 years. Not all the money came from that, but this one question I have used to build teams that generated me over $1 million over the last 12 years. Okay. So all the money I made didn't come from this, but at least $1 million of it over my career, not just at HBM, but $1 million of it over my career came from this one question. And I'll give you two variations of it. It's a little bonus for you on the call tonight. I still use this to this very day. Let's say these are skills. This is trained words and phrases, okay? I give Jeff a text message. Jeff, do me a favor. Message him when you got a minute, man. I had a quick question. Jeff goes, sure, Will, what's up? Now, Jeff messaged me for two reasons. Number one, he knows me. Okay, so rapport, write that down. It works when you have rapport. And number two, it works when you're curious. And curiosity is one of the biggest motivators of man. This is why people drink or smoke for the first time. They're curious. They know it's not good for them, but they're curious. Okay? Curiosity is one of the biggest motivators of mankind. So what happened? That's why Adam and Eve ate the fruit. They were curious. It's been that way since the beginning of time. It's not going to change. So if I would have came to him and said, join my team, we got all these products, we got Alexander Brighton, there's no curiosity. There's no reason for Jeff to evaluate the information. But if I were to say, Jeff, do me a favor, message me, hit me up when you got a minute. I had a quick question. He messages me back because we have rapport and because he's curious. And I say, Jeff, real quick, thank you for getting back with me. But when it comes to making extra money, do you keep your options open or are you closed-minded? Now I'm giving Jeff an option. And that's another thing about human nature. We love options. We love choices. This is why you go to the cereal aisle and there's 80 different boxes of cereal just on the first part, because human beings love options. We love choices. Okay, we love options. Even the word option is very attractive. So when I say, Jeff, do me a favor, or when I ask Jeff, I'm just curious. When it comes to making extra money, do you keep your options open or are you closed-minded? Jeff's going to say one or two things. He may say, nope, my options are closed. I'm closed-minded. Not a big deal, bug off. And I'm gonna say, cool, all right, man, talk to you later. Or, which happens somewhere between 70 and 80% of the time these days, depending on how long you've been doing networking. This works great if you're new. And but it even works for us old school networkers. And Jeff would say, actually, man, I do keep my options open. I'm curious, what you got? Now, right then, I want to defer and send him some information. Why do I want to send him a video? I want to send him a video simply because it's more duplicatable than me doing a full presentation over the phone. Me doing a full presentation in person over the phone or over coffee is going to be way more effective, but I can only do that 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 or 7 times a day at most, And if it rains or the weather's bad or they live too far away from me, I can never do it. But a video, I can do 20 or 30 of those a day, 40 a day of those, easy. And I just want to go through the numbers. All right. So that's this quick skill. It's a question I've used for over 10 years now. It works really, really well. And there's a video, it's on my YouTube channel, Shauna, the video that I use. You can go to my YouTube channel. Just click most popular videos. It's probably got 1 or 2 or 3,000 views on it, if not more. And you can just don't send them a link from my YouTube channel. And this goes for everybody. Get the videos and rip them. Like get with your plugged in support team member who has some decent information about how to download videos, and rip the video, or download the video from YouTube and upload it to your YouTube channel. What we never want to do here at HBM is I don't want your prospects to go watch a video from my YouTube channel. I actually don't like that, because what they may do is rare, but what they may do is say, ooh, I don't want to talk to Jeff, even though he sent me this video. I want to talk to this Will Zanders guy. Let me reach out to him on Facebook. And we really don't want that. We want you to build your teams and leverage that. And that's why in the top videos that I have on YouTube, I never say my name and you never see me. That's on purpose. That's by design. There's only one video I have that says my name and has me in the video. And that video is real popular, but it's a compensation plan video. And that particular video is designed for people to watch after they've already got in HBN. So that's not even for prospects. That's the people who've already signed up with you. And then you can go, okay, this is, Will Zanders on how to really work the compensation plan. But all the other videos, thank you, Sonic, I appreciate that. But all the other videos there are not, hold on, let me get Sonic on panels right there. Yeah, all the videos on there are not those type of videos. Those videos are going to be kind of anonymous, like just for you, okay, just for you to really to use as a tool. But the best way to do it is to take them off my YouTube channel and put them on your YouTube channel, so you can start building your YouTube following, the good content. Of course, you want to make your own content too, but use myself, Coach Marcus Jones, Coach Sonic, use all our content too to build your YouTube following. And that'll help you a lot when you're building your business, and your prospects will typically come back to you. And so that's where the video is at. The video is on YouTube. I think it's like 6 minutes long. The video it is the business opportunity video. But I use a lot of different opportunity videos. But we'll talk about that at another time. We'll probably get a list of those. My favorite presentation tools. We'll probably post that in the Supreme Team group this evening at some point. Okay. But that's how you communicate with those people. So let's say, for example, I was to use that question 10, 20, 30 times a day. I'm gonna tell you what would happen. This is just for me. These are my numbers. I can't call it for you, but it could happen this way for you. It's a projection. If I use questions and skills like that, and I learn how to set a question up, and I learn skills, and I learn how to send a video and how to follow up and how to close. If I learn the network marketing core skills of rapport, inviting, presenting, closing, and following up and things of that nature, I should be able to sponsor at least one person a month. Okay, at least one person a month. Why am I so confident about that? Because I've done way more than that. I know a lot of you have too. And I'm confident that you can sponsor more than one person a month because, write this down, people are pre-sold on what we do. They're pre-sold on what we do. Okay, if you ask people to be honest, do you want to make more money or less money? They say more money. You ask people if they want to be honest, you want to be healthy and live a long time and look young for as long as possible, or you want to look older than you are and die young. They're going to say, no, I want to be healthy and want to make more money. They're pre-sold on what we offer here at HBN. Okay. And when they find out that they can start a business for free and get a product for free with the gift card program and a free business, wow, we're giving them what they want, what they're pre-sold on for free. So they should not really be saying no a whole lot. So what happens is once you, get a person sponsored and they see the value of what we're doing, one person a month at the end of your first year, you should have 12 people. Okay, you should have 12 frontline people that are all learning at their own pace. Okay, that's what you should have. Now, you may not get 12 out of 12. I'm gonna tell you, my first year, I had to talk to at least 100 to 200 people to get 12 solid people that wanted to build. So I'm just telling you the truth. In real life, realistically, it will take you at least, this is just for me, so it might be even more for you or less, at least 100 to 200 people to get 12, at least 100 to 200. So be ready to ask that question a lot of times. That's why I can say that question without any notes. Okay, when it comes to, look, I'm just curious, but when it comes to making extra money, do you keep your options open or are you closed-minded? I can say that because I've said it so many times in real life. I've texted it so many times. I've Facebook messaged it so many times. I've used voice clips of it so many times that it's a question. If I use that question every day, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 times a day, there's no way on God's green earth that I'm not going to sign one person a month, especially when people are pre-sold, and especially if I just got to send a video and I let the video do the work. Even if I use the video, Brilliant Compensation, Perfect Business, any video that we use typically works on somebody who's at high noon, and that's awesome. So what happens is the next year, I'm really still recruiting, but I got my frontline 12, man. These are my people. Sure, I had to talk to 100 to 200 people to get them, but these are my people. And I'm working with them. And if I ever lose one, I'll just recruit somebody else. Okay. Now here's my point. In year 2, and this is just projections, in year 2, those 12 people are going to do the same process and they're going to sponsor their people. Now we're talking about 144 people in year 2. Okay. Just understand that 144 people in year 2. Now in year 3, most network marketers would have already quit HBN and gone to another opportunity. And they might have took some of their 12, but some of their 12 stayed, some of the 12 left. They got to start all over again from scratch. And here's the number one thing you lose when you jump from company to company to company to company. I'm going to say this very clearly. I'm going to say it one time, so pay attention. The number one thing you lose when you jump from company to company to company to company is not the team. Yeah, you lose a good chunk of your team every time, especially the people that will put underneath you. Yeah, your support team. You'll lose a lot of your success team too. But that's not the number one thing you lose when you jump from company to company to company to company. When you're caught up jumping from company to company to company to company, you lose credibility. Ladies and gentlemen, you lose credibility and it's terrible. Okay. So we don't want that. So even though most network marketers ought to be gone by year 2, oh, not us, because we know the 4-year plan. So once you got 144 people, all of those people are being trained by the 12 people who sponsor them, and you're helping them as well, because 12 times 12 is 144. And then what happens in year 3 is those 144 people are going to get that number up to about roughly 1,700. 1,728 is what that is. Now, those people are going to be trained, of course, by the people who brought them in. And 12, listen, you can train 12 people. I hate to say it. You can invite 12 people to a Zoom. You can promote an event to 12 people. You can send videos every day to 12 people. You can send a hello, just checking in with you text message to 12 people. Maybe not 100, but you can send it to your 12 and instruct them to do the same. And then magically in year 4, that 1,728 people is going to become 20,736 people. We'll call it 20,000 for easy math. Okay. Now with that 20,000 people, all spending an average of 100 CV per month, that is $2 million in volume. Okay, $2 million in volume. Based on the HBN pay plan, that's 20,000 people spending $100 a month. That's $2 million a month in volume. Okay, now were we to break that down in just the HBN binary, we would simply divide that by 400, obviously, multiply it by 24, and ladies and gentlemen, that's $120,000 a month. Okay, you're a millionaire now. You're a millionaire in 4 years. Now, my question becomes, for those of us who are on that path, for those of us who are a little bit further along than others, I can tell you right now, that 4-year plan is, although not guaranteed, like I said, you will have to sponsor way more or talk to way more than 12 people to get the right 12. But I'm looking right now at this Zoom and I'm looking at dozens and dozens of the 12, not just for myself, but for other people. Okay, if you start to promote these calls and get your prospects and get your team members on these calls, they will understand the value of staying the course. If they were on this call, they would have understood the value of the 4-year plan versus the 40-year plan, or the 40-year plan in network marketing, which is even worse, which is when people jump from company to company to company to company for 40 years and then die broke anyway with no credibility and no friends. It's terrible. I've seen it happen. I'm watching it happen to some people right now. What I'm telling you is if you understand the value of asking the right questions to people every day, and on social media, it's never been easier than now. It's never been easier before to talk to 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 people a day. You know, Facebook Reels literally allow you to talk to millions of people. I have Facebook Reels that have gone beyond, absolutely beyond my 5,000 Facebook friends, because Facebook Reels have a unique feature where they will blast your reel to way more people than just your friends list. I have paid leads programs that I use every month just because I like talking to 10, 20, 30 people a day, because that's what it really takes to get this done quickly. I use paid lead programs. We'll share those with you in Orlando, our secret ninja paid lead programs. If you want to invest that type of budget to get your business built faster, no problem. But you can do Facebook for free. You've got absolute Facebook experts doing a call tomorrow night. Okay, Melissa Brower puts this call on every single Monday night, Social Media Monday. But then you have people like Jessica Tossi and Landy Martin as well. Okay, you've got people who are absolute phenomenons. Okay, Coach Marcus Jones is phenomenal at social media marketing. Troy Monroe is incredible at social media marketing. Rick Burnett is one of the up and coming rock stars in social media marketing. He's just a joy to watch him grow. Okay, I think Morgan Antonucci's got several reels with millions and millions of views. Charlotte Whitaker has become a social media rock star her last couple of months. It's just been fun to watch. Seymour Greenridge Blake has always been a social media superhero. He's just fun to watch. Bakua Asset as well. Coach Sonic Jones as well, just on online social media rock star. Okay, but Landy probably takes the cake for me because she was speaking on some things that she truly believes in and has educated so much of us on medical freedom in this world. She's impacted millions of people around the world with her passion for her mission. And her Facebook page was banned several times. And she started over again. I remember when she did it, and she's built it back up to one of the most popular pages on the internet again, right? Because it's a duplicatable skill set, ladies and gentlemen. So you can reach out to any of these leaders and say, hey, I'm with HBN. I'm in here for the long haul. Is there anything I can do for you? You may not even be in their organization, but maybe there's something you can do for them. Okay, stop looking to take, and see if you can give and operate reciprocally, and they'll help you anyway. But it's still more fun to give than to receive. All right, we just have this taking mentality in the world today that's kind of difficult. That's a whole nother conversation. So my point is, you can talk to people every single day if you wanted to, and eventually you have your 12 and so on and so forth. And at the end of 4 years, hypothetically speaking, you have $120,000 a month in residual income. I plan on it. Okay, I highly recommend you plan on it as well. It's way more exciting than the 40-year plan. And what's at stake? Everything. What's at stake? Everything. America, in the last maybe 50 years or so, 60 years, is one of the only countries in the world that has a middle class. I bet a lot of y'all didn't know that. I have not one degree, but two. So I can tell you, the middle class is basically an American invention. It is very, very interesting. Other countries have modeled to have a middle working class of people who basically pay all the taxes, and they pay for everything that the lower class needs, but also they pay for all the businesses and things that the big government and everything is taxes that come from the middle class. I hate to tell you this, but it's coming to a time, I don't know when, but it's not looking too good, where the middle class will be basically annihilated and will be replaced. You're going to decide where you're going to go. You're either going to go to the upper class, where the wealthy rich folks at, or you're going to go to the lower class. And a lot of you are feeling that. Look, the egg thing, right? With eggs and gas and all this kind of stuff. Listen, that is stuff that's fabricated, that's specifically designed to hurt the middle class. The lower class, poor people, they don't care what they eat. They just happy to eat anything. They don't even care. I was homeless twice, so I can tell you, us when I was that, we didn't care what we ate as long as it was food. Middle class actually cares. So you'll be trying to buy good food for your family and avoid prescription drugs and buy healthy stuff. And it's going to be hard. It's going to put a toll on you. I'm going to tell you, the best bet is to work this 4-year plan seriously. Stop goofing off. Take it seriously. Get the skills you need. Get online at Orlando if you can't get there in person. Get the skills you need and start talking to people every single day. And as soon as you're done getting your 12 people, training them, teaching them, educate them, do the same thing you did, and stop overcomplicating this thing, okay? Let's stop overcomplicating. And I want you to have the 4-year plan for you as well. It's been done like this in network marketing for a very, very, very long time. And guess what? It might take you 5 or 6 years. In fact, I have never been with a network marketing company for 4 years. I always leave and always left, always made that mistake before 4 years. I have not even been at HBN 4 years, about 3.5. But I can tell you what, I'm not going nowhere. Not going nowhere. I get offers every day, but nope, because I finally understood one of my mentors, who ended up having a net worth of over $1 billion. He told me, he said, man, you can't make long-term residual income going from company to company. You can't do it. So I want to share with you very quickly a formula. We'll wrap up after this call. This formula is over 2,500 years old. It's phenomenal. I heard a network marketer talk about it many, many years ago, and have been applying it to my life for that time. He passed away from cancer. But this formula was incredible, and it's like, from some historical text or whatever. But just write these 6 words down, and they'll sound familiar. We'll break it down. We'll wrap up the call. Word number 1 is going to be thoughts. Okay. Word number 2 is going to be words. Number 3 is going to be action. Number 4 is going to be perseverance. Put a star by that one. 5 is going to be habits. And last word number 6 is going to be attainment. Attainment. Okay. Now, yes, I know tonight's call we were supposed to be talking about abolishing subconscious limiting beliefs, but we're going to have to save that for Tuesday because I want to get this call done quick. We're wrapping up because it's Super Bowl, obviously, right? And that call was going to run long for sure. So your thoughts truly create your reality, but let me explain how that process works, and we'll talk more about this. I just want to give you the framework right now, and then we'll let you go. Thoughts seek to first clothe themselves in words. When you have a thought, the first way that thought seeks expression is going to be to your words. So if you want to achieve something, you want a goal, you need to start thinking about it. Okay, if you're not thinking about it, you're not going to do it. You got to start thinking about it. Okay, think about it so much you're dreaming about it. You need to be thinking about it all the time. Even when you're on your full-time job, be thinking about your goal, what it is that you want. And then you're going to start talking about it. Now, once you start talking about it, some people are going to start removing themselves from your presence. Oh, that's a scam or a scheme. Oh, you can't do it that way. Good. Because your words are separating the wheat from the chaff. Your words are getting the people out of your life that would hinder you and bringing the people into your life that's going to help you. So I think you should, okay, talk about it, okay? Your thoughts and then your words. Now, your words have to be backed up with action. And this is the part of network marketing. Hey, we know the words ignorance on fire. We just start taking action, and we should. Your thoughts and your words, and then your actions should back up your words. And so you should be in alignment. And then here's the one everybody forgets, is persistence, ladies and gentlemen. It's like consistency, but tenacity combined, and it's persistence. You got to stay at those actions long enough, despite the opposition, despite the ops, like the kids say, okay? Despite the ops, you got to be persistent long enough for those actions to become habits. And once they become habits, it's fun because habits are unbreakable. Let me tell you how strong a habit is. Try not brushing your teeth for 2 or 3 days, see how miserable you feel. You'll hate it. You'll hate your own breath. You'll feel so slimy. You listen, try not taking a bath for a week. You'll hate it. You'll have totally negative repercussions on your health and your social life. When something becomes a habit, you want to do it all the time. You ever know anybody and tried to have them quit smoking or quit drinking or quit? It's just hard because it's a habit. It's powerful. And habits, if left unchecked, if you don't put some active measures in place to change it, habits will lead to attainment of the thing that you desire or what you don't desire if they're negative habits. Okay, you keep smoking, you will attain cancer at some point. It is a statistical likelihood. Just keep living, live long enough, and keep smoking. You'll eventually get some type of cancer. It's a statistical likelihood at this point. Okay, but it's thoughts then words, and the words are going to start to weed some people out. Actions, that's what people get hung up at. You got to join, you got to take actions. Persistence is what people really mess up at in network marketing because they jump around too much, getting dragged around from the next great thing to the next great thing to the next great thing. And if you stay long enough, once the habits come, just buckle up. It's only a matter of time before you attain that which you seek. We could talk about that all night. We won't. We'll talk about it again in the future. I just wanted to give you the framework. And imagine this as we close. Imagine a seesaw, like a teeter-totter, but imagine a seesaw. And on one side, the seesaw, or imagine a mountain. A mountain's even better, a mountain. And on one half, the mountain, at the base of the mountain is thoughts, words, and right up at the peak of the mountain is actions, and persistence is right up at the top. But once you get to action and you stay persistent, on the other side of the mountain going downhill real fast is habits and then attainment. And it's kind of like that. You got to push with your thoughts. That's the hardest thing, to avoid what people are telling you, avoid what you're hearing, avoid what you're seeing, and just focus your thoughts on success and positivity and your goals. And then to cultivate your words for that, even when people are talking to you crazy, to have your words stay consistent with your thoughts. And then to have your action, even when you're tired, even when you got a full-time job, even when the kids are sick, even when people are leaving, for you to just stay persistent with your action through steps 3 and 4 and to create those habits. And once you create those habits, woof, it's you're going down the other side of the mountain so fast you can't help but get to success. You cannot help but attain that which you seek. Okay, that what you seek. It's like the verse that says, knock, and if you sell, seek and you shall find, right? Yeah, knock and you shall answer, or something to that effect. Seek is not a one-time thing. It should actually read something like keep seeking, keep looking and you'll find it, or keep knocking, keep knocking. There's a persistent element that's in the original text of the Bible that we don't have in English really well, because King James, when they were translating, didn't have Google Translate, so he didn't really know. But the bottom line is persistence is a key element. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Thinketh, think ETH on the end of it. It's not as a man thinks one time. Thinketh, ETH, thinketh, implies a process. This is a process that must be consistently and sustained over time, okay? So just kind of think about that before Tuesday's call. We'll talk a little bit more about it then, and kind of talk a little bit more, put a little bit of polish on the 4-year plan so y'all can really understand that you can do it, you can teach it, you can benefit from it. And quite frankly, based on the economic status of today, that might be the only choices you got. You can try Uber, Lyft, or DoorDash if you want to make extra money, but I politely recommend a 4-year plan. You can get started for as little as $0. You got to eventually get up to $100 a month in health products that'll help you live longer and help you enjoy all that money you're making. Okay, we want you to be around long enough to spend all that money. So that being said, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll cut this one off short. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday. Everybody get back to your family and friends. Have a great time. We'll see y'all tomorrow on Social Media Monday, 8 p.m. and also on Tuesday for Tuesday night's business training and product training with myself and the cool offset. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we have the one and only $500,000 earner at HBN, but multi-million-dollar earner in the industry, Coach Marcus Jones, on Wednesday and Thursday night, as well as the Detox Divas. They are fabulous. And if you're not catching those calls and catching those recordings, I'm going to tell you, you're missing out. You're absolutely missing out. And then, of course, you got Friday night to hang out with your friends and family. So love you. God bless you. And I'll see everybody in Orlando in person. If not in person, I hope online. If y'all enjoy these calls, you ain't seen nothing yet. We're going to blow the roof off what is already being called the greatest training in the history of HBN. Is going to be the last weekend of March in Orlando. And I just saw this. I think, yep, Coach Landy Martin just said they're covering the HBN whole body system of oils on Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss it. Myself and Landy were one of many people who were present when Veronica Ortega from corporate covered the whole body system in person. We got to experience this stuff firsthand. And I highly, highly recommend that you are on that call Thursday, the whole body system. Once you understand that series of oils at HBN, the whole body system, I'm gonna tell you, you could build a 6-figure commission business annually with just that one line of oils. If we didn't have any other products, it had just the whole body system, and you knew how to train on it properly, like these young ladies are gonna do on Friday. Detox Divas are gonna lay it down for you. I mean, on Thursday, they're gonna really lay down the knowledge for you. You could build a 6-figure commission business off just that line of products, okay? So it's gonna be amazing. We cannot wait, all right? And if y'all got 2 tickets for Orlando, yeah, we got a wait list. I just see we got 2 available tickets. Reach out to me on Facebook and we'll coordinate that. All right. Thank you, Seymour. So good night. God bless. We'll see y'all on the next one. And thank you, Ms. Brower, for putting this Zoom together. We appreciate you.